In a quiet mountain village, there lived a humble stonecutter. Every day, he would rise with the sun, pick up his hammer and chisel, and head to the rocky cliffs. There, he worked tirelessly, chipping away at massive, unyielding stones. His hands were rough and calloused, his back bent from years of labor. Yet he worked without complaint. The villagers often mocked him. "Why waste your life hitting rocks?" they would say. "The stones are too hard and you're too small. You'll never break them." The stonecutter simply smiled, wiped the sweat from his brow, and swung his hammer again. Clang! The sound echoed through the valley. To him, each strike was a step forward, no matter how small. One day, he was faced with the largest boulder he had ever seen. It was immense, towering over him like a mountain itself. The villagers gathered, whispering among themselves. "This time, he's bitten off more than he can chew," one said. "Even he can't break this one," added another. But the stonecutter didn't seem to hear them. He studied the boulder, took a deep breath, and raised his hammer. Clang! The first strike landed, then another. Clang! And another. Hour after hour, he struck the stone. Sweat dripped from his face. His arms ached, his hands trembled, but he did not stop. Strike after strike, he kept going. The boulder remained unbroken, not even a crack in sight. The villagers laughed. "He's wasting his time," they muttered. "It's hopeless." But the stonecutter kept swinging. For days he worked. The sun rose, the sun set, and still he hammered away. And then on the seventh day, something incredible happened. With one more swing of his hammer, the boulder split cleanly in two. The sound was like thunder, and the villagers stood frozen in shock. "How did you do it?" one of them finally asked. "What's your secret?" The stonecutter smiled and replied, "It wasn't the last strike that broke the stone. It was every strike that came before it." The villagers fell silent, realizing the truth in his words. The stonecutter packed up his tools and walked away, his head held high. And from that day on, whenever the villagers faced challenges of their own, they remembered the stonecutter. They learned that success isn't about a single moment of triumph. It's about persistence, about showing up and striking the stone, even when it seems unbreakable. Because in the end, every effort counts.